On La Presse Refait match tonight, we shall be at the Fair Play tournament, which is pitting some teams in the League 1 and League 2 championships, as well as some regional league teams. And we are gonna begin with match day 2 of the quarterfinals. We saw a start Renard of Melong playing against Titanic Football Club of Douala, and so it was an exciting and a thrilling encounter. Let's watch how these two teams played against each other before getting the reaction of the key actors.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. We are heroes. from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Capitaine Bikele, on peut dire une victoire facile cet après-midi?
Bon, on ne peut pas dire une victoire facile parce qu'on avait en face de nous une équipe qui avait envie de gagner pour passer au prochain tour. Donc nous on a travaillé parce qu'au match passé on avait eu une défaite, donc il fallait qu'on remonte un peu la pente. Donc le match n'était pas facile parce que l'équipe de Titanic était aussi en place. Donc on n'a pas quand même démérité, c'est une victoire quand même méritée parce qu'on a travaillé.
On continue la compétition, c'était dans ce là l'objectif.
On ne peut pas dire que c'est l'objectif parce qu'il y a le championnat, mais ça nous permet aussi de préparer le championnat vu qu'on ne sait pas quand est-ce vraiment le championnat va recommencer. Donc c'est aussi l'objectif d'arriver en finale pour qu'on maintienne le cap, pour pouvoir beaucoup travailler.
Alors Bikele, aujourd'hui, par rapport à ce tournoi?
Bon, par rapport à ce tournoi, nous on a l'envie de remporter ce tournoi parce que pour l'instant on n'a rien à faire. Donc nous sommes dedans jusqu'à la fin.
Alors Bikele, qu'est-ce qui manque à ça de
Les stages ne sont pas là. Au prochain match, ils seront là. Donc je pense que notre effectif sera au top, plus que ce qui était dans cet après-midi.
All right, coach, what's your appreciation of the game today after your victory?
Bon, on est satisfait déjà parce qu'il fallait se qualifier, on l'a fait. Bon, maintenant, au niveau du contenu, les enfants progressent dans ce qu'on recherche. Et on a vu certains éléments avec les autres. Est-ce qu'ils peuvent, est-ce qu'ils pourront si certains ne sont pas là? On a vu aussi. Donc, on se fait des idées, peut-être pas très fixes, mais un peu plus précises, n'est-ce pas, des uns et des autres. C'est pour ça que ce tournoi a été le bienvenu et on est satisfait déjà avec beaucoup des éléments. On est satisfait au niveau du jeu, au niveau du contenu. Aujourd'hui, on a été satisfait au niveau de la mentalité, contrairement au match passé. Donc, c'est une bonne chose pour nous.
And you guys are now into the semi-finals. The real thing now begins. Are you eyeing the trophy on the final day?
Non, nous ne sommes pas venus chercher le trophée, nous sommes venus jouer pour préparer nos équipes. Bon, aujourd'hui, ça nous fait un match en plus. Donc, c'est le match en plus que moi je veux. C'est-à-dire qu'un match qu'on va encore regarder, nos enfants sur le plan, n'est-ce pas, défensif, offensif, sur certaines animations. Donc, bon, si la finale arrive, si le trophée arrive, bon, ce n'est que bénéf. Mais sincèrement, nous ne sommes pas venus chercher le trophée, nous sommes venus chercher des matchs de préparation qui nous manquaient. Parce que dans notre coin, on n'a pas d'adversaire de cette trame. Donc, pour nous, un match de plus de préparation, c'est le bienvenu. Donc, satisfait.
Alors, coach, est-ce que jusqu'à présent, vous êtes vraiment satisfait de l'état?
Plus particulièrement, on a senti qu'il y avait un état d'esprit. Bon, le match passé, ça n'a pas été ça. Aujourd'hui, on les a sentis un peu plus volontaires. On les a sentis un peu plus agressifs et rigoureux, n'est-ce pas, dans certaines phases de jeu. Et je pense que c'est ce que nous recherchons. Au niveau du contenu, sur le plan, n'est-ce pas, de l'animation offensive, c'était pas mal, même comme la difficulté du terrain nous créait quelques soucis. Mais on a vu, on a forcé le jeu, du début jusqu'à la fin. On a forcé le jeu et il y a eu des belles phases. Et c'est ça qui est important, n'est-ce pas, pour nous dans la phase de préparation.
Alors maintenant, sur tous les compartiments, quel est le compartiment sur lequel il faudra encore beaucoup travailler?
Non, nous devons encore travailler beaucoup plus les relations entre le milieu et l'attaque. Les avant-derniers ballons, les derniers ballons ne sont pas encore ce que nous souhaitons. Bon, aucune œuvre, n'est-ce pas, humaine n'est parfaite. Nous allons, n'est-ce pas, insister au niveau du travail. Travailler, n'est-ce pas, dans ce sens pour que les automatismes arrivent. Mais c'est déjà pas mal, sincèrement, ce n'était pas mal. Donc, je dis bravo aux enfants. Avec la canicule qui était là, vous avez vu comment ils se sont déployés. Il faisait extrêmement chaud. Bon, c'est ça aussi. Donc, il faut faire ça, les aléas, n'est-ce pas, de la compétition, il faut faire avec.
From that game, against Cameroon, while these two sides, they neutralized each other at normal time, but it was that being supreme during the
see's my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
Impressions after this game scoring the winning goal for Bamut?
I feel honored about the game for today. It wasn't an easy game. I thank God that God could give us the victory for today. We keep on working for the best of tomorrow.
And when you look at this game today overall, tell us, how do you rate Bambutu's performance?
Well, I could say it's a new team. We are still trying to build the team to see how we can go higher height. For what I think, it's a game of football. There can be a winner and a loser. But today, I thank God that we could carry the trophy.
And looking at your performance in this game, you completely changed the midfielding compartment. Tell us about the motivation.
Nothing much. It's just keep on training and giving the best.
All right, thank you very much. And what are you looking forward to as far as this competition is concerned?
Well, for what I could say, we keep on working. The best is still to come. The best is always saved for the last. We keep on working to be the best.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Dunlap Academy has been the surprise package at this competition so far, and they got right up to the semi-finals of this competition. And so let's see how their road has been right up through to the semi-finals. Their last game was against Astro Football Club of Douala. They eliminated them by 2-0. Before that, they played against IS Future.
bench.
Ok, bon, quel est votre sentiment après cette match?
Nous sommes vraiment très satisfaits déjà on a fait un très long voyage, nous sommes arrivés à bon port et nous sommes satisfaits de l'organisation et tout. Nous sommes déjà 2 matchs, 2 défaites, mais c'est pas grave, on espère se rattraper au prochain match.
2 matchs, 2 défaites, qu'est-ce qui ne marche pas dans cette équipe durant cette saison?
Moi, je trouve que les gars sont habitués, je peux dire, le terrain joue vraiment sur mes gars. Vous avez vu dans le match, à chaque fois mes joueurs se retrouvent au sol, les appuis, ils ne sont pas habitués à jouer sur le sable. Nous sortons de Yaoundé, à Yaoundé on joue plus sur la tête, donc les gars ne se sont pas encore adaptés. On croit qu'avec le temps, vraiment, les gars vont s'acclimater.
Quelle est la lecture du coach?
Pardon?
Quelle est la lecture du coach par rapport à le tournoi?
Par rapport au coach, le coach, lui, il démontre un esprit de satisfaction parce qu'on ne joue pas mal. C'est juste que l'adversaire a juste été gagnant. Vous savez, dans un match, il faut toujours un vainqueur et un vaincu. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes vaincus. On va travailler plus pour gagner nos prochains matchs.
Et dans votre participation dans ce tournoi, quel est votre objectif
comme joueur? Mes objectifs sont de me faire remarquer et être peut-être retenu dans un club de première division, de Ligue 2 et de Ligue 1. Donc, ce sont mes objectifs.
Comment ce tournoi va vous aider pour préparer la saison?
Déjà, les matchs vont m'aider pour préparer la saison. Déjà, c'est un tournoi de pré-saison. Les matchs en jambes vont m'aider pour débuter la saison qui est lancée.
Ok, merci beaucoup. La performance d'aujourd'hui, c'était un peu, nos gars étaient un peu timides, quoi. On a commencé le match, beaucoup ont commencé peut-être dans la peur. Je ne sais pas ce qui leur est arrivé, mais c'est la compétition. On grandit tous les jours, on apprend tous les jours. Bon, je me dis, à la prochaine, ça c'est une nouvelle expérience pour beaucoup de jeunes parmi nous. Ça va les permettre de grandir, un pas de plus vers l'avant. Et ça va nous permettre de corriger les erreurs, de voir ce qui n'a pas marché. Ce match, je vais le dire, on a perdu sur les petites fautes élémentaires. Et ça arrive. Bon, ça va nous permettre de corriger. Prochainement, on va venir plus fort et plus déterminant.
Et comment cette tournoi va vous aider?
Oui, c'est un très bon tournoi de pré-saison. Merci beaucoup, de pré-saison. Et quoi, ça va beaucoup nous aider avec les matchs. Ça va nous permettre d'être beaucoup plus en jambes. Là, si on lance le championnat, on saura à quel niveau nous sommes. Bon, ça va nous permettre d'avancer plus. Merci beaucoup.
Et quel est votre objectif
pour cette saison? C'est de remonter en Ligue 2. Parce que nous sommes une équipe régionale, c'est de remonter en Ligue 2. Pour pouvoir faire de belles prestations. Et pour pouvoir maintenir le rythme qu'on a et pouvoir jouer et aller au plus haut niveau. Ce n'est pas de jouer et de rester là. Bon, c'est ça le projet.
Et pour vous personnellement, what added something that you bring to this Ice Future team?
Ce que je vais mener dans l'équipe dans cette équipe Ice Future, c'est mon expérience. Parce que je suis en compétition, j'ai joué à un niveau élevé. J'ai joué la première division, la deuxième division et je me retrouve encore en deuxième division régionale. Bon, c'est à moi d'amener un pas de plus pour mes jeunes frères. Bon, j'amène mon expérience pour accompagner mes jeunes frères et pour apprendre aussi. Le message du coach, c'était venez mettre en pratique ce que vous avez appris aux entraînements. Et on verra ce qui n'a pas marché et ce qui a marché. On va se concentrer sur ça et travailler plus pour gagner un pas vers l'avant.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome on board part 2 of the program, the Press Refait le match. And in this part 2, we are going to be analyzing how the semi-finals of this fair play tournament took place with Saturday, with Sunday and Monday's action. And I'm here with two great men, two sports analysts. Emmanuel Mahab, good evening and you're welcome on board.
Bonsoir à vous et merci de me convier à cet échange en direct du stade de la Télégram.
Exactly. We also have Gilbert Shefru. It's been a long time. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, John Paul. It's really been a long time.
And we just witnessed the final quarter-final game of this competition. We saw Bambutus Football Club of Buddha side that had to wait for penalties before getting the victory against Dinamo Football Club of Douala. How did you see that encounter overall?
Excellent encounter. A Dinamo side that crumbled, sadly, if I would say, because they deserved winning the game. You had a tactical game that was set up by Coach Mongo Benjamin, which actually put Bambutos of Buddha in difficulties. You had players like Njaya, players like Sinkot and the others who actually obeyed the tactical play organized by Coach Mongo. It was an excellent Dynamo side that bowed out of the game in penalty shootouts.
And unfortunately for Dynamo Football Club of Douala, they played the game. They were led by 1-0. They came back, equalized, and unfortunately losing at penalties.
Ah ouais, c'est la loi du foot malheureusement, mais une superbe équipe de Dynamo, hein. Très belle assise défensive honnêtement pour une équipe de 2-2 qui n'a repris les entraînements qu'il y a quelques semaines, c'est très encourageant. Après le chantier évidemment, vous avez regardé le match, ce serait le gardien de but, donc il va falloir que le président Sinkot, le président réfléchisse à ça, un excellent gardien de but avec un bon gabarit, sinon ça devrait donner, mais après ça n'est qu'un tournoi évidemment, dans un tournoi on peut avoir la forme de sa vie etc, mais il va falloir faire ça dans la durée pour espérer pour la Dynamo accéder en première division.
And when we look at this Bambutos side, in the second half of the game, Coach Lawanja made some tactical changes, bringing in the lights off for Mark Ojong and Renenzi, who completely changed that game in the midfield.
Actually, when Mark Ojong came in and Renenzi, the game actually changed in the midfield. Before they could come in, the Dynamo was dominating in the midfield. Coach Njam saw that Mark Ojong and Z could bring in something different, and actually that difference was brought in by Mark Ojong and Z. You could see from Ojong's passes, the passes were accurate and precise, and these passes actually put the defense line set up by Njaya and the others into difficulties. Well, it's a game, it's a victory that I would say hurts me a bit. To be candid, I don't support Dynamo, but today my heart actually went for Dynamo because they played so well. I mean, pulling a giant squad like Bambutos of Buddha with all the international soccer stars, you have the Mark Ojong, Renenzi Zonewo, and a host of Pangelobe and a host of others. I mean, it gives Dynamo credits when the league will start. I was just telling Emmanuel that I'm convinced that if Coach Mongo brings in a good goalkeeper, Dynamo is a sure candidate for Elite One next season.
And when you look at Bambutos Football Club of Buddha all throughout this tournament, you will say there have been some ups and downs, but when it comes to the game of football, they've always found their way to get the victories.
Ouais, mais Bambutos est taillé pour remporter le championnat parce qu'ils ont de très bons joueurs, ils peuvent allier 11 bons joueurs et avoir une super j'ai envie de dire profondeur de banc de touche. Ils ont 6-7 joueurs capables de remplacer les autres. Donc c'est ça aussi la valeur des grandes équipes. Je pense que Dynamo, autant pour moi, Bambutos de Buddha pour cette saison peut-être est taillé pour aller chercher le titre, qui laisse fuir depuis, je vais le dire comme ça, je vais le dire prosaïquement. Non, avec de très bons joueurs, Marco Jondi, etc., Pangelobe, et surtout dans les buts qui viennent, ils ont une doublure et Dimo, ils ont une profondeur de banc de touche. Donc Bambutos dans la durée certainement peut être une superbe équipe. Et ce tournoi-ci le démontre à souhait, même s'ils n'ont gagné qu'au tir au but, mais c'est ça aussi la marque des grandes équipes, parce qu'ils avaient en face une assise défensive de la Dynamo qui les a contenus, qui les a maintenus. Mais sinon, Bambutos ira certainement très loin dès que le championnat aura commencé.
All right, and so the first game of this second day of the quarterfinals saw Stade Renat that beat Titanic comfortably by 2-0. But let the scoreline not fool you. It was an interesting game.
Interesting game indeed, John Paul. But you know, a psychologically, updated Stade Renat squad that had an easy ride over Titanic of Douala. I mean, it was won psychologically. Let's accept that fact. But this tournament has revealed to us a lot of surprises in soccer. Squads like Titanic, Dynamo, and others pulling giants like Stade Renat and others to the ground before they can obtain their victories. It means that the coaches of the different squads, be it at the base and whatsoever, have been working extremely hard, and that's good for our soccer. It means that you can, for now, pick a player from Titanic and you take him to Bambutos, he does the job. You can pick a player from Dynamo, you take him to Bambutos and wheresoever, he does the job. I mean, it's interesting what the Guanatin committee has done. Credits to them. We're happy about what they have done. They've done, and we expect them to put on that till this competition draws to an end on Saturday.
And for Titanic, haven't come this far, you would say it was really heartbreaking for them to lose to a side like a Stade Renat of Melon. But nevertheless, they are a big team in the country.
Ah oui, Titanic, honnêtement, c'est un centre de formation, c'est des petites équipes à comparer, honnêtement, il n'y a pas photo. Vous savez, Stade Renat, c'est les équipes qui jouent le tableau, ils ont remporté la Coupe du Cameroun il n'y a pas longtemps, ils ont une profondeur de banc de touche, ils ont un effectif et surtout sur le plan pécunier, ils peuvent avoir des motivations, à contrario de Titanic. Donc du coup, plus la compétition va aller crescendo, plus les équipes comme Stade Renat seront motivées pécuniairement, financièrement, etc. Et du coup, quand on a une superbe équipe, une bonne profondeur de banc de touche, ça devrait aller. Contre Titanic, ça ne doit pas, à mon avis, être un obstacle. Donc Stade Renat aussi qui joue les premiers rôles, certainement grâce à ce tournoi, s'y prépare. Après, c'est somme toute logique quand même. Titanic, Stade Rennais doit l'emporter. C'est ce qui s'est passé. In fine, on se rend aux demi-finales. J'espère qu'elles auront ces demi-finales la même attraction et surtout une bonne production du jeu pour, j'allais dire, la réussite totale de ce tournoi pendant Info Acte 2.
And so for Stade Rennais of Melong, you would say they can really count on their defensive compartment. Their captain was really solid in the defense today.
Yeah, excellent. Bikele. Yeah, Bikele in the central defense line. Though he made some, one or two errors, but Bikele was, he brought in stability in that defense line today. And we are told that they might be bringing in a panel ETC for that game. And if a panel should come in, more internationals for Stade Rennais, more credits for them to win that game against Bambuto Sabuda come Wednesday. Well, for now, one can't really predict who is going to be the winner of that game or the loser. We just expect the game to be a balanced one and an interesting one for the pleasure of the number of fans who come here every day to watch this tournament.
Definitely. And the surprise of yesterday, we're talking about the games that took place on Sunday, was Dunlap Academy. They've been sensational throughout this tournament, eliminating les Astres Football Club of Douala.
Ah ouais, c'était la sensation sur le plan du jeu en réalité, dont l'a mérité. Après, sur le plan de l'histoire, de l'historicité de ces deux clubs, évidemment, quand on parle des Astres des Brésiliens de Bepanda, ça doit produire du jeu, ça doit marquer, mais ça ne s'est pas fait malheureusement pour les As. Somme toute quand même qui sont en phase de préparation, ils n'ont repris les entraînements qu'il n'y a pas longtemps et du coup ça leur a été préjudiciable. À contraire de cette équipe de Dunlap quand même qui s'est servi de certains joueurs qui sont en manque de club, certainement pour renforcer, c'est aussi ça le but du tournoi, c'est-à-dire prendre les joueurs qui ont un nom, qui n'ont pas joué depuis, qui sont sans club, les mettre ensemble et essayer de produire quelque chose pour se faire une place au soleil parlant des joueurs. Donc je pense que c'est ce qui s'est passé. Après les As, ils vont se préparer, il va leur rester quelques jours pour se préparer pour l'entame de la saison. Ils vont se remettre, mais ce n'est pas les grands As quand même, avec des noms pas ronflants. Et du coup, logiquement, Dunlap a pris le dessus, même si à armes égales quand même, As passerait forcément la première.
And with the likes of Kemaju playing for Dunlap, were you surprised that they got that victory against the Astres?
Yeah, really surprised, having, knowing Astros so well and how they got, to Elite One this season. And with the coach like Anissem Bargafue on your bench, one could count Dunlap out before that game. But it was a big surprise with striker Kemaju doing the job. So it means that in this game, you can't really say Dunlap are the underdogs. Be careful. Kemaju and the entire team of Dunlap, from the defense line passing through the midfield to the attack line, the passes they give, you can count this team as a team that will create surprises. I watched Inyon play. Inyon is not convincing. They're not convincing. I wouldn't be surprised if they're beaten on Thursday.
And talking about Union Sportive of Douala, they got their victory against AS Fortuna, another League One side, on penalties after the game ended on a regional time.
Ouais, c'est vrai, Union AS Fortuna qui au demeurant une superbe équipe. J'en profite ici pour remercier le président Noir qui a fait le déplacement, qui est venu à Douala avec une équipe alors qu'il jouait notre tournoi à Yaoundé. Ces deux grands hommes avec Angers, honnêtement, fait déplacer les gamins, il les fait rester à Douala pendant plus d'une semaine. Avec tout ce que cela coûte, c'est pas évident du tout, mais il est venu, il a tenu à être là. Donc du coup, il faut le féliciter, il faut l'encourager. Après, ce fut un match quand même assez sympa à voir à jouer. Et puis, ils se sont départagés les deux clubs au tir au but avec un excellent feu de Loïc comme l'année dernière. Non, Fortuna a fait une bonne impression durant tout le tournoi. Après, en phase de quart de finale, on peut faire score vierge, 0 but partout et aller se qualifier au pénalty. Ce fut le cas de l'Union. Mais Fortuna n'a pas démérité. Après, Union certainement va monter crescendo avec certains joueurs comme Len qui n'étaient pas là, qui risquent de jouer en demi-finale. Et Union va prendre quand même de l'attitude. In fine, pour les demi-finales, c'est sympa à voir. On a hâte d'y être mercredi et jeudi pour une fin de tournoi, j'ai envie de dire, extraordinaire avec des joueurs de A' qui ont rejoint les clubs finalement.
Exactly, and let me stay with you to talk about Union Sportive of Douala. They're going to be playing the semi-finals against Dunlap Academy, one of the surprise teams of this competition so far. How do you see that game coming up?
Dunlap va certainement se renforcer, je vais le dire comme ça, parce que ce tournoi a ce titre particulier, c'est que même si au départ les équipes n'ont pas produit des listes, mais quand vous jouez les demi-finales, vous allez certainement vous servir des joueurs qui auront envie d'avoir une visibilité. Après, Union est en préparation avec Richard Toa, qui est super bien à la préparation d'avant-saison. Il a pris l'équipe un peu plus avant, avec l'Enlène certainement qui vont revenir. Une équipe de l'Union qui sera à son top, à son compte pour remporter ce tournoi. Ça va se jouer jouer, mais je vais dire léger avantage Union de Douala, mais après en demi-finale, ça peut se jouer sur le terrain, ça peut se jouer au tir au but, à des petits détails, mais on va dire avantage logique quand même Union, mais vendredi, j'allais dire c'est sur le terrain que ça va se faire, en espérant que ce soit un grand spectacle aussi comme lors des quarts de finale.
Definitely, and they have top scorer Kemaju and Didi Junior in the defensive compartment. Union are gonna have to, they're gonna be up against tough opponents come Wednesday.
Yeah, it wouldn't be easy for the Kamakais, but being an experienced team and having a guy like Len coming back in the squad, I'm convinced the Kamakais might do it. Because what will count in this game is that experience. And that experience might be to the advantage of Union of Douala, with guys like Virgil Loic, Samuel Len, and a host of others, Mbaga Cedric and others. I'm convinced Union will come in with that experience and bring down little but known Don Lab Academy. But be careful, Kemaju is a force to reckon with at this point in time. Except Coach Toa puts on a serious system that will stop Kemaju. Thus, bring in Jalo and Gono Jana, to put on a belt around him to stop him from delivering the goods. He might go back home with having some pains in the head, because Kemaju is really on his top form, and you can count on him in that game coming up on Thursday.
All right, and the last semi-final we'll see Stade Renard of Melong to play against Bamboutos Football Club of Buda. Quite a fireworks expected for that game.
Oh ouais, ça vaudra le déplacement, honnêtement. Quel tirage au sort. Bamboutos contre Stade Renard, qui est une équipe sympa à jouer, avec un tacticien, El Tactico, le coach Zabotosé. En face, il y a Laurent Jam qui a de la veine, et puis d'excellents joueurs. Quasiment 5-6 joueurs appelés au champ, au appris, mais qui reviennent. Non, ça vaudra le déplacement. Ça va se jouer dans les détails, sur un petit détail certainement, tactiquement et même sur un fait de jeu. Ce sera une superbe rencontre, je l'espère. Si la météo nous est clémente, j'ose le croire, on va assister à une superbe demi-finale et espérer justement finir le tournoi de manière extraordinaire, avec la présence surtout de STV qui a fait le déplacement. Je dis merci, je dis bravo à STV et à très vite pour d'autres événements.
All right, thank you very much for being part of the program today.
C'est moi qui remercie STV, c'est moi qui remercie les téléspectateurs d'être restés regardés, et à très vite pour les demi-finales et surtout la finale samedi prochain.
And also thank you Gilbert Jeffrou for being part of the program.
Thanks a lot, thanks to STV for the wonderful job they are doing. I mean, soccer is taking a different dimension thanks to you, John Paul. May long live STV for the wonderful job they're doing.
All right, and so ladies and gentlemen, now from Douala, we are going over to Yaoundé to see how PWC, the champions of Cameroon, they are preparing, how their pre-season is going. They were taking part in a pre-season tournament out there in Yaoundé. They finished third, beating Tekase by 4-1 this Sunday. Let's listen to their coach as well as some players of the team in this report.
It is a month spent out of their home base, and the coach of the Abakwa Boys is satisfied with the tour which saw them play in Equatorial Guinea and the pre-season tournament in Yaoundé.
You're happy, eh? You're happy for this camp out of our base. So the bilan is positive. It's good for us. We are playing here in Yaoundé 6 matches. Against different opponents. We play APGS, we play Soudan, we play Fortuna, we play Renaissance, we play Fauvazu, and then Tonnerre. That is good for us.
This has also permitted Coach David Pagu to have an idea of what his team will look like in the upcoming days.
Yes. I have a precise idea of my squad, because I see all my guys in this tournament. All my guys play, so I have a precise idea to how to manage this squad on the next season.
Coach, going back to Bamenda, what next? Are we envisaging more friendly games for the Abakwa Boys in the days ahead?
Yes, I hope. I have to discuss with the president, because Coton Sport Garwa actually a match on Sunday at Bafoussam. So we have to see with the administration if it's possible to play this friendly match, because this is the administration who put money, financial sponsor. So I have to speak with the president if we can play this match against Coton Sport on Sunday.
For the players, it has been an enlightening tour.
Nimba, a 4-1 win over Tonnerre Club to crown your stay out here in Yaoundé. Your reaction after this game?
Well, it was a very good game for us because at the end we came out victorious. Though Tony went down with one man, but our game style was too difficult for them. And you know, our initial plan was to come in Yaoundé and go back with something.
Going back from Yaoundé with something, what would you say was the importance of this tournoi de solidarity to the team?
Well, you know, the tournament was to help us have an engagement, how the league would look like. And I know, I believe now we're ready for the league coming up very soon. And the tournament has really helped us a lot. We play with different kind of teams, which have different kind of play style, and it's really helped us a lot for our own performance and our own game.
Going back with the bronze medal, we say it's just a reward for a work well done.
Well, I'll say it's a reward. It's a reward. We're very happy. We are going back with something.
And tell us a bit about the spirit amongst the team.
Well, you know, with PWD, it's always one spirit. You know, we don't have too many great players, but we have a team. That's why we've been winning our games, and you see this far, we've come this far.
Okay, going back to Bamenda, what next?
Well, you know, just to prepare for the league and you know, kick off.
Okay, wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
The champions of Cameroon are expected back in their home base in a few days as they continue to prepare ahead of the CAF Champions League and the defense of their League One title.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, amputee football will be in action come this weekend. And in preview to that competition, we've been speaking with the president of the Cameroon Amputee Football Federation, who tells us how the game is going to be played come this Sunday out there in Yaoundé. Let's hear him.
Greetings everyone, my name is Ngala Maimo Wajiri, the national president of Cameroon Amputee Football. And we'll be talking about so many things about amputee football and probably about the National Amputee Football League, which is starting soon. Now, what is amputee football? Amputee football is football for people who are physically challenged and lack a limb precisely. It might be an arm or a leg. And when you lack any of these limbs, you are an amputee, and then you are eligible for the sport, for football. It has its rules, a little bit different from that of the regular football game, other than the fact that you are not supposed to touch the ball with your crutches. The pitch of play is minimized given the fact that we are talking about physically challenged persons, and the goal post is smaller. Remember, the goalkeeper has just one arm, and then other little modifications are into the sport. Now, amputee football is not something new in the world. It started in the 80s. It started and it has cut across so many countries in the world. And now we have it in Cameroon, which is our contest for today. Amputee football in Cameroon started. The very first meeting of amputee football in Cameroon was held in Bamenda on the 26th of January 2019 at the Bamenda Station field. And then there was a meeting, and that is when amputee football was born officially in Cameroon. And since then, so many things has happened. We have had our goals, we have had our visions, we have had our objectives to give life and hope to physically challenged persons, amputees especially, to give them a reason to smile, to build their confidence, to make them being involved in sporting activities. And football is, of course, the best sporting activity we can ever think of. Now, for our recognition, so far so good. We are in 2020, in fact, October 2020, and we have had a quite number of achievements. We have had a national recognition and legal documents to run in Cameroon. We have had an African recognition. We have had the world recognition. We are recognized in the World Federation. We are recognized in the African Federation as well as in the nation Cameroon. So we are covered legally. And since then, we started with just very few players. We started with over 8 players, and we have cut across 5 regions of Cameroon now, and we can boast of more than 100 players. So I think it's a big plus for us. Given the fact that we have not had any major sponsor, I think that's a huge outbreak for us. We started amputee football in January 2019. The amateurs were all amateurs, were still new in the game. The coaches and everybody, the players were still new in the game. Given the fact that amputee football has a specific and a recommendable type of crutches that the players are supposed to use. First of all, you don't use shoulder crutches. You use the elbow crutches, and there's a specific type, very expensive as well. We did not know all these rules, and we had to be training with what we had. We were amateurs by then, we had to be training. But in March 2019, we were given an official letter to represent Cameroon in the African Nations Cup for amputees, which was supposed to take place that same year in October 2019 in Angola. We had to work our way through everything, the training, no support, everything, and then the CBC stepped in. The Cameroon Baptist Convention Health Services through Professor T. Pius, the director, Bayongwa Zax, the administrator of Etukebe in Yaoundé, and even Mr. Awa Jacques Chirac, the manager of the SEED program. These are people who actually helped us a lot in a long way to get to where we are today. So through the CBC Health Services, we were able to have passports for all the players. We were able to have flights for all the players. The CBC Health Services even produced the jerseys for the players, bought boots for the players, and transported us from Yaoundé to Douala and Douala to Yaoundé. I think it was a very big and recommendable and applaudable act from the Cameroon Baptist Convention Health Services. We say thank you very much for all that, and God will continue to bless you. We have had other people who have supported us one way or the other, that have helped us to see that amputee football goes and gets to the level in which it is now. We have had TV stations, CRTV, we must applaud that CRTV has done its job. STV here, we thank STV a lot. Mr. John Paul Sama, he actually knows, he has helped us a lot in realizing this dream because of the programs we used to have here at the STV. We thank you all very much for that. We have had other channels which have done their best to make sure that amputee football grows in Cameroon. And Madame Deborah, Miss Kima Deborah, and many others have helped us in many ways. Our families and many others, our churches have helped us one way or other. We say thank you very, very much. And then I said we started with very few players, and we can boast of over 10 players. But remember that in the national team consists just of 12 players. We went to Angola, we represented the nation, and I will surely say this with confidence that we were not the last. Don't bother finding out who was the first or our position. We were not the last. We won a match too as well. We scored a couple of goals, and it was fun. You see, the amputees were international stars, and they were celebrities. When we got to Angola, when just arriving at the airport, people had to fight to take pictures with them. It was like a dream come true. It was an emotional event, a scenario in which you can shed tears because of all these things, but we say thank God for everything, and we thank God that we have gone to the level in which we have gone. But the national team consists just of 12 players, and we have now more than 90, more than 100 amputees in Cameroon. How then should we bring everybody to be involved in the sport? Now this is where the idea came from, the National Amputee Football League, to begin a league where everybody will be involved. And so far so good, we have 8 clubs in 5 regions in Cameroon, but unfortunately just 6 clubs will take part in our first ever National Amputee Football League, which will take place, in fact, it will begin on 25th of October 2020 in Yaoundé, Cameroon, at the Amadou Aidjo Stadium Annex 2. The launching ceremony, the opening ceremony will take place there. We'll have a week of matches that will take place, and 6 clubs from over 5 regions in Cameroon will come together, and then we'll have a very good beginning of our league. We have the Abakwa Boys FC of Bamenda, we have the Doors FC of Douala, we have the Terminators AFC of Yaoundé, we have the Kamani AFC of Kumba, and ADPP and the rest. They are all there. The teams from Melon will all be present in Yaoundé from the 25th of October 2020. Now, the format of our competition is a little bit different. Some footballers will know about how the Scottish League takes place. We have 4 rounds of play. The very first round will take place in Yaoundé, where the teams will play, one team will play all the teams in Yaoundé for a week. Then the next round will be scheduled. We definitely have the fixture subsequently in our various regions, so that you can have the opportunity wherever you find yourself in Cameroon to watch your home team play. In Yaoundé, in Douala, in Kumba, in Bamenda, at Melong, wherever you have the opportunity to watch your friends, your family play at their own background. So we have home and away matches that will make up the second and the third round of play. And then in March 2021, where our league will be ending, we have the national, in fact we'll have a come together again, the last round in Yaoundé, Cameroon, and then in March 2021 we will play, and on the last day we'll award the trophies, the medals, the best goal scorer and all that. That is just how our league is going to look like. Remember that amputee football is not a money-making game. It's a game of charity, it's a game of love, it's a game of passion, it's a game of brotherly hope, it's a game of humanity. That is why we're giving our all. That is why we're not looking at the financial part of it. But we need your support. We need the fans, we need the players, we need sponsors. We need everybody who can support us and make it a dream come true for every Cameroonian and every amputee in our nation, Cameroon. I will definitely agree, I will definitely bet with you, I will definitely challenge you to go on the internet and check every country in Africa, from Algeria in the north to South Africa in the south. Look at, type Algerian Amputee Football Federation or Association, and you see the results. We type every country in Africa. When you reach Cameroon, then you definitely call us and you upload. Cameroon by far has gone miles ahead above every other country in Africa when it comes to amputee football, and I'm very proud of that. Even as a person, even as a president, even as a human, I'm very proud, I'm very happy that the dream is turning out to be something visible. We have had thousands of fans already, we have been on media, we have done what we are supposed to do, but that is not enough. We hope and we pray that you support us in any way you can. We have had support lately from some little organizations and from some churches. We want to get to that point. We need a sponsor. The clubs need sponsors. The clubs at various regions need sponsors. So any way you can come in, that will be perfect. That will be perfect. I think I have to use this opportunity to talk about my own position too. By the grace of God, due to the hard work, my colleagues, my executive and my players and everybody in Cameroon has been supporting. The work Cameroon has been doing in amputee football has been noticed by the African Federation, and lately I was appointed personally as the director of the public relations director of amputee football in Africa. So when it comes to that domain, I know what I'm talking about. That's why I said Cameroon by far beats any other country when it comes to publicity in amputee football, which is something very applaudable. We will not end there. Still about our league. But before then, I want us to know that we have had the female amputee football team, and that we will have an exhibition still in Yaoundé on the 25th of October 2020 when the league will be launched. So on the day of the opening ceremony, the women will do their exhibition. We have other goals and other plans, like we are talking about the academy where young amputees will find themselves in, and then we'll see how we can make them, we can build them that spirit, we can give them that sound mind, we can give them that doctrine and that counseling to build their mentality to the extent where they will feel like they belong to the society, build their morals, give them self-esteem so that they can believe in themselves even from a tender age. And then one day we'll see ministers who are amputees. Why not? One thing I'll challenge you, or want you to use and do amputee football and support amputee football from the bottom of your heart, is that nobody was, in fact, in the team, in the national territory, for the players we have under Cameroon amputee football, 95% of them were not born that way. I mean, 95% of them were not born that way. So they were physically, they were valid, just like you and probably I, but due to sicknesses, accidents and unforeseen circumstances, they became amputees. So treat them with love and care, because we are not praying for these. But any of us can end up, I might leave this place, I might leave the studio and go back home and have an accident and become an amputee. I'm not praying for that, but it's not impossible. Nobody prayed for it as well. So I treat them with love. You have to treat them with love, treat them with care, treat them with support. Give them whatever you have to give, whatever the Lord lays in your heart, whatever you feel necessary to give, you give, and then we'll have a better Cameroon. We're talking about building a better Cameroon for tomorrow. We cannot leave amputees out. So the amputee football national league will begin on the 25th of October, and then you have images even live. Follow us on Facebook, just type Cameroon amputee football or amputee football in Cameroon, and you follow us, and then you receive live videos during our matches. On Instagram, Camputee237, you will see us. On YouTube, Cameroon amputee football, you get to us. So follow us keenly, because you are all we got. You are our fans. We are doing this just to put a smile on our faces and on your face. So your support, no matter how small, will be sufficient. So get to us through any of these means, and you tell us how you want to come in. You might just want to be a well-wisher, you just want to be a supporter, you just want to be a fan, you as well want to be a sponsor, you want to be a partner. Any method in which you want to come in, we are very, very much awaiting you, and you are very much welcome. Thank you very much. I can assure you that we will produce the Cristiano Ronaldo of football from Cameroon, I can assure you that as long as I'm in power, we'll have the Cristiano Ronaldo of amputee football in the world. The African Nations Cup is coming up in 2021, and probably Nigeria will be the host. Cameroon is preparing, and I have the confidence to make this very clear in front of every Cameroonian watching this program, that Cameroon will come back with a medal. I'm very sure of that. We'll come back with a medal. Whether I like it or not, we'll come back with a medal. So we need you to be part of that medal. Support us any way you can. Remember that with all the inexperience and the amateurship that we took to Angola, we came home with a fair play trophy. So imagine what we'll do with the experience we have now. So keep your fingers crossed, and we are waiting. We need you. Watch us and enjoy us. In fact, you are invited to Yaoundé on the 25th of October 2020 at the Amadou Angel Stadium Annex 2. Come at 1 p.m. and then you enjoy amputee football in Cameroon. We'll have live broadcasts, so we want you to be part of that. Amputee football is something that has taken grounds in Cameroon, and I assure you that you get more from us. You hear more from amputee football in Cameroon, in Africa, in the world. And Cameroon is a limelight of amputee football in Africa. Thank you all very much.
All right, it's been a day of spectacles and thrills out here at the Stade Sikam Stadium, and it has come to an end at the quarterfinals, and we have 4 teams in the semi-finals of this pre-season tournament. Union Sportive of Douala, Stade Renard of Melong, Bambutus Football Club of Buda, as well as Dunlap Academy, the surprise package as far as this competition is concerned. And so we shall be bringing you down the semi-finals as well as the finals went on in upcoming editions of La Presse Refait match. From the production crew out here, Emmanuel Tibui, and myself to you, it's Baba, and stay tuned to STV.